Alright, hi guys, and welcome to CreepyPasta Stories and Info. Today we'll be doing something a little different. I'll be doing this as a sort of an intro. Then we'll move on to the actual story itself and the information. Which is why it's called CreepyPasta Stories and Information. If you didn't get that. Now, today we'll be doing something a little special, a little close to a lot of you guys, and, it's going to involve a lot of YouTubers that you may or may not know. Like, they're not going to be guest starring or anything. I mean, when would that happen? Not for me, at least. No, but we are going to be doing Slender Man. Not the. I need to think this through before I start talking. We are going to be talking about the Slender Man, and you guys will probably know a lot about Slendy. So let's just cut to the chase and get to La Creepypasta. The Slender Man is a creature or being with various nebulously defined characteristics and abilities. Slenderman was first mentioned in Something Awful forums create paranormal images. Slenderman generally appears in modern times as a tall man in a grey or black suit, red or black tie and white shirt with no eyes, mouth, or clearly defined facial features. It has no hair and generally has normal looking bare hands. Slenderman typically is depicted in imagery and literature as between 6 and 15 feet tall, depending on the situation, and in video as around 6 to 7 feet tall. Because of its inexact nature and differences between series, no one has yet determined what it is. Currently, the two leading theories as to what the Slenderman may be are the Tolpa effect and quantum theory. The internet popularity of Slenderman has spawned a massive amount of interconnected ARGs, collectively known as the Slenderman Ethos. In almost every description, Slenderman's basic attributes will vary greatly. However, several basic traits are typical of his behavior. He is shown to behave in a very passive-aggressive manner, stalking targets for years at a time, torturing his target mentally for various unknown reasons. He is rarely ever shown in a benevolent light and is typically shown as a malevolent force. This behavioral pattern has an uncertain reasoning behind it, and exactly why he behaves in such a way has yet to be fully ascertained. The most important factor about Slenderman is the mystery. He lives unlike any human being despite having a similar appearance to one. It is uncertain if he is social, or even understands human languages or behaviors, nor why his humans appear to be his main target. His targets will typically behave in off ways as if possessed, but whether their psychosis is causing them to speak for him or for themselves isn't entirely certain either. Slenderman's appearance is variable as years go on, but as of to date, the most recent appearance is that of an abnormally tall human with long arms and no face, whom is wearing a business suit. Again, it is uncertain if his suit is real cloth or some sort of skin molded into such an appearance. If it is the former, it would imply an intelligent being attempting to try to blend in. If it is the latter, it shows a being whom is extremely adaptive and evolves to match his environment and speak out less or more. Slenderman's appearance provokes a wide range of responses, the most common being fear. This is partially due to its extremely towering size over a full-grown adult, which mimics the childhood fear of adult humans bigger than the child. His behavior also factors into it. Finally, the main fact is that he is completely unable to be described in human terms. While a description in words can be given, human language lacks the ability to truly define the entity until such a time as when humans can interact with him, if at all possible. This problem stems from the fact that he operates in a plane of existence further from humans. This is believed to be fourth-dimensional space, which gives him powers a human cannot understand due to human beings living in 3 dimensions of space and being unable to comprehend the 4th dimension at this time. In total, 2 major types of Slenderman descriptions exist. The original versions depict him as not only malevolent, but extremely dangerous. He will do odd things such as removing organs and placing them in bags, impaling targets on trees, and aggressively stalking targets after a period of time. A contemporary description shows Slenderman as being extremely passive-aggressive. often letting a person slowly delve into madness at the situation until being unable to cope. If invited to anger, he will typically charge a target down until caught and vanish with them to unknown locations. This version also shows a non-response to electronic equipment, and causes massive problems with audio, surveillance, camera, and other various electronic devices with displays or audio. Sometimes an individual can determine if he is near simply by how certain electronics react, such as radios, televisions, or cameras. How powerful this effect is seems to vary, and can either be due to Slenderman's own state of aggression, or other outside factors either inside or beyond Slenderman's control. Slenderman's original abilities included invisibility to select people, adult humans, or anyone without use of a camera. The ability to change height and body shape, the ability to change shape to its arms and tentacles, and the ability to sprout tentacle-like appendages from its back and shoulders to be used as additional arms or legs, or simply to instill fear in its prey. Many stories seem to indicate that it can control a person's mind, which became the basis of the proxies in the video ARG, a trend that would later spread to Slender blogs. Slenderman also had connections to children, with many of the original stories revolving around disappearing children or featured Slenderman being sighted in photos of children. As more stories came forth, however, the use of tentacles and tentacle-like appendages became less common, and the invisibility was limited or eliminated depending on the storyteller. Everyman Hybrid, Tribe 12, ML Anderson, and Dark Harvest all contain some sort of video and/or audio distortion, indicating that Slenderman has some sort of effect on modern digital instruments. This does not appear in any of the original accounts, however, but these mostly make use of photographs and video of primarily lower-tech varieties. Everyman Hybrid has applied this distortion to be the effect of Sigma radiation, a radiation given off by Slenderman and the Rake. Sigma radiation is also contagious, as it entered Evan's bloodstream when his arm is brutally maimed by the Rake. Everyman Hybrid and ML Anderson also make use of Slenderwalking, a term created to describe Slenderman's apparent teleportation, appearing and disappearing at will. Everyman Hybrid independently indicated the use of selective invisibility to groups or individuals through head tilting, and also space-time warping / teleportation between locations. Similar abilities were seen in early Slenderman accounts. Everyman Hybrid also hints at the affecting of mental health and control of it. Alright guys, that's all for part 1. I will read the rest of this wiki next time. So thanks for watching, and this is Novo Parrot, signing off.